So what to do. When all else fails, you find other ways to run your business, correct? So, it's kind of funny because for about the last, I'm going to say, since the beginning of the year, it's the last 6 months, it's been really heavy on me that what if. I was sitting in my office one day and I was sitting at my desk and I'm looking around and I'm looking at roughly 5,000 pieces of jewelry. And I'm like, what if something happened and I was no longer able to sell the jewelry the way I sell it? What would I do? What if all of a sudden Facebook shut down? Remember when Facebook shut down for 24 hours or 12 hours or that day and everybody was like, oh my God, world's falling apart. World's coming to an end. What are we going to do? I got to thinking and I'm like, we need to make sure that our businesses are very well-rounded. And I started training and teaching with my team and talking a lot about don't have all your eggs in one basket. I don't mean you need to sell paparazzi and you need to sell Pampered Chef and you need to sell makeup and no. One business in multiple ways of selling it, multiple ways of doing things. A lot of your brick and mortar stores now have online stores as well because they're seeing the change, right? So I got to thinking about all the different ways and being a little bit more well-rounded. Well, I have a text service that if I can't get through to my customers or my team via internet, online, whatever, I can text them. So I have that. I've had that for a long time. To me, that's just a better way of communication when it comes to my team or my customers. So now there's so many other things that are out there as well. Well, I recently came across an issue where Facebook they're really messing with me. And I for probably about the last month or so, I've really struggled with Facebook because I've had somebody out there who was spamming me and trying to, he flat out told me he's trying to shut me down. And so I was working around that and, doing what I could do to keep myself going. And I was fine. I was doing good. It didn't worry me, didn't scare me, not one bit. And now I'm at a point where, okay, well, now Facebook is now messing with me. And I have had multiple times, I don't know if you guys have had these issues, but I'm going to say I've been in business on Facebook for over 7 years now. And about 5 years ago, they deemed me as, I don't know, unusual activity or something to that effect. Well, they constricted me from doing ads. I've had to prove who I am. I have sent them my business license. I've sent them my driver's license, and they still will not release me saying that I am not who I say I am, which I don't understand that, but whatever, Facebook. So now I'm like, they've restricted me again, and I'm going, okay, this is why it has been on my heart for the last 6 months to get well-rounded in my business. Don't just be on Facebook. Don't just do lives. Do albums, do pictures, do stories, do reels, do Instagram, do Twitter, do TikTok, do all these other things. So I ended up doing a Shopify website, which helps me to get my personal jewelry out there. I briefly mentioned I have $5,000 pieces in my inventory. I no longer have that because to me, that's a little too much. And I needed to downsize my inventory, which I have been doing that through my Shopify website. And Shopify is really good because it connects you to all these other places. I am connected to Pinterest. I'm connected to Facebook. I'm connected to Instagram. I'm connected to Google. I'm connected to TikTok. So whatever I do on Shopify will also go out there. And that is really, really huge. I wanted my business to reflect in a sense that if somebody was to Google a certain piece of jewelry, Google would lead them to my business page, which I am now doing that. And I am truly seeing a difference. If you don't do Shopify, I suggest you try it. There's a lot of training. My team has been doing it. I have a few people on my team doing it, and we do trainings on it. And anyway, so that's a good avenue. Well, recently here, because of what's been going on with Facebook and kind of messing with me a bit, I decided I want to spread my wings a little farther, and I started looking into Pinterest again. And Shopify will hook up with Pinterest, and then they'll put all your albums and all your stuff on Pinterest. But you don't have to have a Shopify website to work your business on Pinterest. If you don't have a Pinterest account, I suggest highly that you find one. That is another avenue for you to get your jewelry out there. Pinterest is like a blog. I've also started blogging too. I'm super excited about that. I'm just like, yes. So anyway, Pinterest is like a blog. Yeah, you're going to have your personal stuff out there. I have camping and canning and cooking and dreams. And I've got all kinds of boards out there that I have. I also have my Z collection board. I'm in the process of building more boards for Pinterest. Well, this morning I watched a training on Pinterest and how to do Pinterest. Now, I can't do ads on Facebook. I've never been able to. They briefly released me about 3 months ago. They released me to do ads for roughly a week. And then they said, oh no, what were we thinking? You can't do ads. So they blocked me again. Whatever. So on Pinterest, you can do ads on Pinterest as well. So now I'm doing some trainings on Pinterest, how to actually build a business on Pinterest. You can look at Pinterest as almost like a website. Excuse me. So I did a training on Pinterest this morning, and it was very, very interesting to me. So there were 10 steps to build your business on Pinterest. I thought it was really, really cool. So what is Pinterest and why? Well, you want to grow your audience. Excuse me. Grow your audience, grow your traffic to your website, to your, whether it's Facebook or whatever. And you blog. You can blog about your jewelry. I have another board that's fashion. I am building out where I'm not just doing jewelry, I'm doing fashion. And it's not that I'm selling fashion, but it's more like how Misty does her fashion shows. Don't you want to do that? I want to shop through her closet. I just love her clothes. Every time I see her, I'm like, I need to go shopping. Where's Amazon? Just kidding. Not. Anyway, so you want to, you just build your boards and then you kind of go from there. So first thing you have to do, and you need to do this anyway, period, and that is define your ICA. Your ICA is your ideal customer avatar. Who are you selling to? Now, I learned that if you're in a room and you are talking like I'm talking right now, and I have 50 people in the room, right? Nobody is listening to me. Nobody. I'm just standing in a corner talking. But if I grab and I look through those 50 people, I'm like, you, I can identify with. You are my ideal avatar. You could be my friend. You could be my potential customer. You could be my potential teammate. I'm going to zone in on you. So I'm going to walk over to her and I'm going to start up a conversation and I'm going to start talking to her. And then we're going to get into, well, what do you do business-wise? You know, that kind of a stuff. And then my jewelry is going to come up and we're going to start talking about jewelry. And before you know it, ears start perking in. Did she say jewelry? Oh my gosh, she's talking about bling. I need to go and I need to listen. And then before you know it, you're talking to 4 or 5 people in a room full of 50 people. Next thing you know, you've got probably 10 people that are, once you start getting like 7, 8, 9 people listening to your conversation, then so many others, it's going to draw attention to other people. Even if they don't hear you, they're thinking, wow, what's going on over there? I want to know. And then they're going to start drawing to you as well. So number 1, your ICA, your ideal customer avatar. Who is that? Identify that person, their hobbies, their dreams, desires, struggles. Who is that? And talk to that one person, and everybody else will listen. Okay. Number 2, create a business account. I've been on Pinterest for 9 years, but I've always done it as just as an account. It's just what I enjoy, and I changed it to a business account. So now it's a business account. So all my stuff is there, plus all my jewelry is going to be there now as well. And you can put links in with your pictures. You can put like a link to your website or to your Facebook or to IG or whatever. Okay, that's number 2, business account. Number 3, create your boards. Now a board is like a file folder. Okay, that's your folder. And then a pin is all the documents that you're going to put in your folder. Okay, so create your boards. On this training, they suggested go in and create anywhere between 5 to 10 boards. So I went in this morning and I created a whole bunch of jewelry boards. And now I'm going to spend my time, I'm filling those jewelry boards. Okay, and it's really kind of cool because when you think about it, when it comes to this kind of stuff, you put the legwork in, you put the time in the beginning, and then once you've got it done, you just maintain it after that. You just maintain it, right? Okay, number 4, content strategy, plan, regular weekly content, create blogs and videos. Did you know you could post videos too on Pinterest? You can. So, awesome, I just got it. I love it when I get little things come across saying sold. I love that. Okay. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to create your pins. Images that you create can lead back to your website. You want to create pins for your blogs, posts, pictures. You can take your selfies of you wearing jewelry. Put those on there. Okay. Make it personal. It is your business. It is you. Right? Okay. Number 6, SEO, search engine optimization. Make like a board of weddings. Now, this is kind of a side note. In my group, I have subgroups. So in my group, I have my group, and then I made a subgroup of weddings. Do the same thing with boards. Make a board of weddings. Make a board of a little girl's birthday party and put like dainty pieces in there because we don't have the starlit shimmers anymore. Put like smaller pieces in there. Okay. Number 7, use tools to automate. She suggested Tailwind. I don't know Tailwind, but it's an automation that works with Pinterest. And even Pinterest, when you go to post something, I went and I posted some Z's this morning. And when you go to post in Pinterest, it'll tell you, do you want to post it now or do you want to calendar it? Do you want to post it later? Right. All right. Number 8. This is huge. And this is something that I got to do too. It's been on the back of my list for a long, long time. And it's like, it needs to come to the front of my list. And that is grow your email list. You don't own any platform. You might have a website on Shopify, but Shopify owns it. Even though you rent it at $30 a month, Shopify owns it. We kind of went through that. My sister went through a whole thing of creating this certain thing only to have Shopify say, you can't do that. You need to take this down. Pinterest, back and forth, up and down. You're approved. No, you're not. Yes, you are. No, you're not. Whatever, right? Facebook. We don't own these things. Your email list and your email, you own that. That's yours. You take it with you wherever you want. You post what you want in it, when you want in it, where you want in it, who you want to go to. That's yours. Create that. And her comment was, every business needs an email list. Darn, I failed there. I started it a few years ago, sent out a couple. That's something I need. I'm talking to myself. Number 9, come up with a money-making plan. Crystal clear. How are you selling? The one that just came across. I actually I created sets. A lot of people don't wear rings. I sell a lot of fashion fix sets without the rings. So I created a bunch of sets with no rings. And I post them out there at $15 sets. $15 sets. You get the necklace, earrings, extra earrings, and a bracelet. $15 sets. I posted those about a month ago. Made a couple reels with them. Posted them in stories. Posted them again about 2 weeks ago. Posted them again this morning. I've already got one set sold. I'm like, yes. Well, more than that, but just from today. So absolutely, absolutely. Crystal clear how you're selling. And be consistent. If you are going to post on Pinterest once a week, then make sure you do. If you're going to post once a day, make sure you do. Slot that time out in your calendar to make sure that you do that, okay? Number 10, analyze and then repeat what's working. Because there's some things you're going to do that, well, that's just not working. So why keep doing it? Do what's working. Find what's working and go with that. So that's my spill on Pinterest. I hope y'all learned something. I hope y'all do Pinterest. This is Gail Cruz signing off.